Adani has been given huge tracts of lands and forests by the government, and together they have caused environmental damage, but have also caused deaths. Adani has been given huge amounts of India's national infrastructure as well by Narendra Modi. So what do they own? They own key strategic utilities across India, including banks, telecoms, ports, export facilities, waste and water, schools and hospitals. Essentially all of the things that we need to have in our lives are now run by Adani and similar conglomerates for profit, with no accountability for the public. You know what else they own? In the most amount of India's food storage and food logistics infrastructure. Had the farm laws been introduced in India, Adani would have had complete buyer power over the small-scale farmers that we have in India, where he would have monopolized the entire food value chain and food security across India. So that's why it was really important that the farm laws were crushed. Nearly 2 million people were out on the streets marching to Delhi to have them repealed. But Adani didn't get to that position without people in power, people at the top. Enter Narendra Modi, a fascistic megalomaniac trained by the RSS, a paramilitary organization coming from Mussolini's black shirts and Nazism. Essentially, he has rubber-stamped, state-sanctioned ethnic cleansing, pogroms, rapes, lynchings, and murders of Dalits, Adivasis, minorities, scholars, and activists across India. His party, the BJP, roll out the liberal economic policies for conglomerates like Adani and others to hoover up India's national assets, privatizing them, monopolizing life, commoditizing life. What we're dealing with, what I've just outlined, is this picture of crony capitalism, where you've got this hollowing out of the state, all these profits being made in the private sector, and where do these profits go? They end up going back into right-wing governments to fund them in future election campaigns. We have this entrenchment of power constantly. Every single second, the financial markets are ticking. And this is a systemic issue. That's why it's really hard for the Science Museum to understand this issue. Because the Science Museum is an institution run by bankers who ideologically believe that somehow climate change can be solved by green capitalism. That the ideology that caused climate change can somehow be responsible for solving it. The people that can solve climate change are the people that are facing the effects of climate change today on the front lines, facing off against the corporate land grabs, facing off against the private militia armies, and seeing their coastlines taken by the seas and such like. We know that the issue is capitalism and imperialism, and we know that it takes a huge amount of propaganda to make this system believable. And that's exactly what's happened. And the Science Museum is fully participating in that action. Because they themselves are literally bankers and ordained by British elites with titles like sirs and madams and baronesses. And what does that mean? They are protectors of British imperialism. They don't understand what's really going on. Oh, people's lives are on the line here. So we say to the Science Museum, we say to Adani, you can't use Adani renewables to greenwash Adani policies and Modi's policies. We say no to capitalism, no to imperialism everywhere, and no to fascism. We say loud and clear after me, drop Adani!
Drop Adani!
Thank you very much.